Someone wanted me to clarify the difference between let it go and let it be. So let it be is effortless. It's a result of being. That when you are simply being, you let everything be. So it's non-doing. Letting go is a very subtle activity. Now you let it go only because you are holding on to something. Only because you've picked something up. So you have to let go of the past because you are holding on to the past. You have to let go of an identity only because you picked up an identity. So it's kind of like you're walking in a forest, and where I live, there is a plant called poison ivy. And there's a saying that goes along with this plant. To identify this plant as poison ivy, it's identified by its leaves. So the saying is, leaves of 3, let it be. So you're walking in the forest and you just simply notice the leaves of 3. Leaves of 3, let it be. So you don't pick it up. Therefore, there's no need to let it go. You're not holding on to it, so there's no need to let it go. Whereas if you're walking in the forest and you pick up this plant, pick up the leaves, you're touching it, you're holding on to it. Well, now you have to let it go. When someone says, hey, that's poison ivy, well, you let it go. It's still a subtle doing. So you let go only because you are holding on. You let go only because you have picked something up. Now you notice that every time you hold on to something, every time you pick something up, you experience suffering. And that's what you are letting go of. When you hold on to the past, you experience suffering. When you hold on to an expectation, you experience suffering. When you hold on to an identity, you experience suffering. So then there's a letting go. There's I want to let go of this because I'm suffering it. You get out of suffering by letting go. Now, the wiser thing to do is to stay out of suffering. See, you could stay out of suffering or you could get out of suffering. Now, if you're always getting into suffering, then you have to start becoming aware of how you're getting into the suffering in the first place. And when you start becoming aware of how you are getting into suffering, well, then you become wiser. And you just simply stay out of suffering. And that would be more like letting it be. That you are just simply being. And because you are being, you allow everything to be. You let it be, and you remain free. Free of suffering. Hopefully this helps. See you in the next one.